Hi, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. Thanks for joining me for another video beer review. This time we're looking at something what I'm very excited to try. It's a can of resin by Sixpoint Craft Ales from Brooklyn, New York. It comes in a nice little can, 355ml can. It is 9.1% ABV. It looks absolutely fantastic. So big thanks to Mark at the Sparrow in Bradford for picking me up when he was in New York recently. Let's get this can cracked open and in a glass. Yeah, this is one of those beers that appeared recently, and I thought, oh man, I really want to try that. And I haven't tried anything from Sixpoint yet, so it's my first experience with a Sixpoint beer. So the beer in the glass, I'd say a mild haze. This is I've had it in the fridge. It's relatively cold. It's got a nice kind of haze to it. Towards the bottom of the glass, it looks quite yellow. Towards the top, like quite a faint copper with a pale beige kind of browny tint to it. The head, quite thin. Give it a bit of a swirl and see if I can generate a bit more. Yeah, a bit more of a head. It's quite tight. It's quite foamy. I'd say it's got an orange tint to it, but essentially white, but with a orange hue. Anyway, let's have a sniff of this. How interesting. I expect that to be like a massive kind of aroma, but it's not. Because with it being kind of a resin, all about the kind of hop resins, I'm getting, it's very nice. I'm getting like a sweet pine, peach, that piney element of mangoes as well, like when you're getting close to the stone. There's a lovely, slightly perfumed apricot in there. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful smelling beer, but it's quite subdued, I'd say. Yeah, it's got all it's all those touchstones really. Mango, pineapple. It's got a tart, kind of bacon apple aroma. And now I'm getting a bit more of that kind of like menthol edge, which sometimes smells a bit like a really quite strong perry. Anyway, I guess it's those kind of alcohol notes coming through it as well. Anyway, cheers. I cannot wait to try this. Ooh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That's so, it's quite restrained, but packs a lot of flavour, and it comes in kind of certain sections. Initial flavour, I would say, bitter orange peel, then it moves on to, becomes a bit more resinous. Once again, a real kind of like slightly burnt marmalade flavour. Maybe like a hint of papaya. Yeah, kind of a bit of burnt wholemeal toast. Maybe like a stewed pineapple in a way as well, which has been in a pan with some kind of demerara sugar. There is that kind of slightly menthol note, which kind of hangs around in the background, which is a bit like pear, as I said. It probably is that hint of alcohol and slightly resinous as well. There's a lasting bitterness in the background, which is quite like fresh. If you peeled an orange and just bit into the rind, it tastes exactly like that. It's got that kind of dryness of the pith, and it's got that kind of like acidic zip of the actual the orange peel. Maybe a real concentrated grapefruit flavour as well. Yeah, especially at the back end. Quite an intense, concentrated grapefruit flavour. It ends with a nice hot bite as well, which is on the more piney element, kind of piney flavour. As I'm kind of sitting here, it's becoming a bit more pithy, but once again fresh pith, which has still got a bit of kind of citrusy kind of like acidity to it. It's drying out as well. I guess you want for this kind of beer. As I mentioned before, it's got a presence of alcohol, without a doubt. It tastes like a relatively strong beer, but it doesn't drink heavy. It's very palatable, very enjoyable. Yeah, that's a beautiful beer. It really is. The aftertaste is lovely. It's got a kind of like a dry perfume citrus element to it. It's very enjoyable. Very enjoyable beer. That has not let me down whatsoever. My first experience with a 6-point beer and a beer that I've been looking for since I heard about it. It really is. And for 9.1, it is relatively easy drinking. It could do you some damage if you drink too much of this over a short period of time. And beautifully presented. Absolutely beautifully presented. So that is a can of 6-point Craft Beers Resin from Brooklyn, New York, 9.1% ABV, and it's really good, and it is certainly fulfilled all the hype and all the expectations. Anyway, I'm Rob from HopZine.com. I'll see you next time. Cheers.